The House will come to order. Prayer by the chaplain.
Let us pray. Gracious God, creator of all that we see and all that we cannot see, guide us and mold us as we represent all people of this great state. Help us to listen to the generations that have come before us and to be inspired by the generation who is growing up before our eyes. Help us to lead through bold thinking, creative problem solving, and gracious wisdom. Heal any division among us and help us listen to the great Spirit that leads all of us. Embolden us to step across, step up, step out, and step into the bright light of a new day. Be with us, we pray. Amen.
The chaplain for today is Reverend Kyle Jackson from St. Andrew's Lutheran Church in Mahtomedi, Minnesota. Pledge of Allegiance. Please remain standing and recite the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The clerk will take the roll.
Yeah, lots of pictures and stories of Cheese wing, yeah. Very nice. And then yesterday we went for brunch at the office at Belvoir. Overlooking the food. And it was all. Well, he's been out there for 2 years. Chief Master. Yeah, Chief Master. So, the only time we go over there, we can come to stop at our clock. But, oh yeah, we had a ball. It was just one thing after another, no sleep. I've done a couple of intense tours.
I can't wait to get back down there.
Yeah. That aerospace up by Dulles. But if you go out there, let me know if he's got connections to get you in the tour. Even the standard tour is pretty cool.
The clerk will close the roll. Quorum is present. The clerk will read the journal of the preceding day.
Journal of the House, 90th Session, 2018, 64th day, St. Paul, Minnesota, Thursday, February 22nd, 2018.
If there is no objection, further reading of the journal will be dispensed with, and the journal will be approved as corrected by the chief clerk. Hearing no objection, the journal is approved as corrected by the chief clerk. Petitions and communications. The following communication was received from the governor. The clerk will report the communication from the governor.
The communication is addressed to the Honorable Kurt Doudt, Speaker of the House. Dear Speaker Doudt, I respectfully request the opportunity to address a joint meeting of session of the 90th Minnesota State Legislature on Wednesday, March 14th, 2018 at 7 o'clock p.m. in the House chambers at the Capitol for the purpose of presenting my State of the State message. Thank you. Sincerely, Mark Dayton, Governor, State of Minnesota. Pepin moved that an invitation be extended to the governor to address a joint convention of the House of Representatives and the Senate to be held in the House chamber at 7 o'clock p.m. Wednesday, March 14th, 2018. That the chief clerk be instructed to invite the Senate by message to meet in joint convention to convene at 6:45 p.m., that the governor be advised accordingly, and that the Speaker appoint a committee of 5 members of the House to act with a similar committee to be appointed by the Senate to escort the governor to the joint convention.
Recognize the member from Hennepin, Representative Pepin, to your motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and members. This motion just allows us to invite the governor to address a joint session on March 15th, as he has requested, and I'd appreciate your support.
Any discussion on that motion? Hearing no discussion, I recognize the member from Hennepin, Representative Nelson.
Mr. Speaker, I'm looking at the notice that we got on our desk here. It says March 14th. Is it the 14th or the 15th? I just want to make sure we have the right date.
The 14th is correct, Representative Nelson. Any further discussion? Seeing no further discussion, all those in favor of the Pepin motion signify by saying aye. Those opposed, no. The motion prevails. Reports of standing committees and divisions. A copy of this order of business has been placed on each member's desk. If there's no objection, the reports will be adopted. Hearing no objection, the reports are adopted. Second reading of House files.
Second reading House File number 944.
Second reading.
Second reading House File number 1134.
Second reading.
Second reading House File 1243.
Second reading.
Second reading House File 1249.
Second reading.
Second reading House File 1331.
Second reading.
Second reading House File 1847.
Second reading.
Second reading House File 1876.
Second reading.
Second reading House File 2067.
Second reading.
Second reading House File 2743.
Second reading. Introduction of bills. The following House files have been offered for introduction today. The Chief Clerk will report the House files and give them their first reading.
Introduction of first reading of House Files 3017 through 3146.
First reading, House files 3017 through 3146. Motions and resolutions. There are copies of the non-controversial motions at the House desk and online. If there's no objection, we'll take action on these motions first. Hearing no objection, the motions prevail. There are a series of motions at the desk. The clerk will report the motions.
Pinto moves that House File number 1605 be recalled from the Committee on Health and Human Services Reform and be re-referred to the Committee on Public Safety and Security, Policy and Finance.
Recognize the member from Ramsey, Representative Pinto, to your motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, House File 1605 is the bill for gun violence protective orders. This bill was referred to the Committee on Health and Human Services Reform. You may have seen that the Minnesota Chiefs of Police Association, Congressman Eric Paulson, and others have come out in favor. And in recognition of that and other things, I'm requesting that the bill be re-referred, since it focuses on dangerous persons having access to firearms, be re-referred to the Committee on Public Safety and Security, Policy and Finance, and ask for your support.
Any discussion on that motion? Hearing no discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Those opposed, no. The motion prevails.
Bliss moves that House File Number 1437 be returned to its author.
Recognize the member from Beltrami, Representative Bliss, to your motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This was a bill to study the expansion of the Paul Bunyan Expressway in northern Minnesota. It needs a little further work, and I request that it be returned.
Any discussion on the Bliss motion? Hearing no discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Those opposed, no. The motion prevails.
New move that House File Number 2810 be returned to its author.
Recognize the member from Chisago, Representative New, to your motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. That is my motion.
Any discussion on the new motion? Hearing no discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Those opposed, no. The motion prevails. Announcements. The member from Candy, Ojai, Representative Baker.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and members. I wanted to make a special announcement today. This week, on Thursday, you will see our second annual Opioid Day on the Hill. And I wanted to invite you to a special night before on February 28th at the Landmark Center. From 6 to 8 p.m., we are having a very special event featuring Joe Ronacisi. Joe Ronacisi was featured recently on 60 Minutes when it came to talking about the drug manufacturing companies and how they are concerned about the oversupplying of pharmaceutical companies and pharmacies in small communities. It made great headlines for a while, and he will be in Minnesota to talk to us on Opioid Day. And I want to invite all members, if you can make room in your schedule, from 6 to 8 this Wednesday at the Landmark Center. You should have got a notice today at your desk, and we appreciate your help and support. It's going to be an important conversation this week. Thank you, members.
Announcements. The member from Ramsey, Representative Lesh.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, this is your formal invitation to attend the Welcome Back to St. Paul party this Wednesday from 5 to 7 at the Science Museum of Minnesota. We've had it there before. You'll have a lot of fun. Sometimes we have the little potatoes you can eat out of the martini glass, which is really fun. You put bacon sprinkles on it and everything. Everybody loves it. I promised you that last time. I'm not going to promise you that this time because they didn't have it last time. But the St. Paul delegation hopes you'll come, and I'm sure there will be an invitation in your inbox shortly. But if it doesn't for some reason, please know 5 to 7 on Wednesday at the Science Museum. St. Paul delegation welcomes you back to St. Paul. I know that's during caucus time. Just come after caucus.
Announcements. The member from Carver, Representative Nash.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, you may have seen in the news last week that the Reverend Dr. Billy Graham passed away at the age of 99 years old. Reverend Graham was very influential here in the state of Minnesota, and he was touted as being America's pastor. The thing I liked about him is that he didn't really care about party, he cared about people. And you have a copy of a resolution that we're going to be reading. So if you would indulge me, Mr. Speaker, whereas William Franklin Graham Jr. was born on November 7th, 1918 in Charlotte, North Carolina, and whereas he served as the president of Northwestern Bible College in Minneapolis from 1948 to 1952, and whereas Reverend Billy Graham was a champion of racial equality by refusing to speak at segregated churches, and Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said of him, "Had it not been for the ministry of my good friend Billy Graham, my work in the civil rights movement would not have been as successful as it has been." And I yield to Representative Whalen.
Representative Whalen.
Whereas together Reverend Billy Graham and Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King performed a 16-week revival in New York City where they touched the lives of 2.3 million people, and I yield to Representative Cindy Pugh.
Representative Pugh.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Whereas he was known as a pioneer in the use of technologies to preach the gospel from radio and television to films and the internet. And I yield to Representative Detmer.
Representative Detmer.
And whereas he returned to Minnesota in 1996 for the Minnesota Crusade, which was hosted at the Metrodome in Minneapolis, chaired by former Governor Al Quie. And I yield to Representative Scott.
Representative Scott.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Whereas he met with, counseled, mentored 12 sitting United States presidents of both parties and other world leaders, President Ronald Reagan awarded Reverend Billy Graham the Presidential Medal of Freedom, and I yield to Representative Lomer.
Representative Lomer.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Whereas Reverend Billy Graham passed away on February 21st, 2018 at the age of 99, and whereas Reverend Billy Graham will lie in honor in the United States Capitol, which is a rare honor. And whereas Reverend Billy Graham stated, this is a quote, "Someday you will read or hear that Billy Graham is dead. Don't you believe a word of it. I shall be more alive then I am now. I will have just changed my address. I will have gone into the presence of God. Now, therefore," and I yield to Representative Franson.
Representative Franson.
Be it resolved by the Committee on Rules and Legislative Administration of the House of Representatives of the State of Minnesota that it honors the life and the work of Reverend Billy Graham and extends sincere condolences to his family and friends upon his passing.
Announcements. The member from St. Louis, Representative Metza.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and members. I just wanted to let you know last week I spoke about the curling club, and we must have sent some good juju their way from Minnesota legislature. They came home with the gold, and we are so proud of our team from northeastern Minnesota.
The member from Dakota, Representative May Quaid.
Mr. Speaker, members, I just want to let everybody know that the Childhood Hunger Caucus kicked off last week with Representative Rod Hamilton and I as the founding members, and we will be sending out an invite to everyone to join that caucus. We will be getting our first briefing from stakeholders and advocates on March 7th at noon. I will send you all that information. I encourage all of you to join and learn about Minnesota's most solvable problem, as it's been called. Thank you.
The member from Hennepin, Representative Hortman.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I wonder if Representative Pepin would yield for a question.
She will yield. Representative Hortman.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Representative Pepin, I know that members are anxious to hear when deadlines will be, and I'm wondering if the majority has decided in conjunction with the Senate what the deadlines will be this year.
The member from Hennepin, Representative Pepin.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and Representative Hortman. I think we're very close. We hope to have those announced later on this week.
Thank you.
Any further announcements? The member from Hennepin, Representative Pepin.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and members. I move that when the House adjourns today, it adjourns until 3:30 p.m. Thursday, March 1st, 2018.
Representative Pepin moves that when the House adjourns today, it adjourns until 3:30 p.m. Thursday, March 1st, 2018. All those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. Motion prevails. Representative Pepin.
I move that the House do now adjourn.
Representative Pepin moves that the House do now adjourn. All those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. The motion prevails, and the House stands adjourned until 3:30 p.m. Thursday, March 1st, 2018.